Hello, Jen here, and in this video, I am going to dive into the topic of manifestation. And for some of you, this topic may sound a little woo-woo. Others of you, maybe you've studied a lot on this topic of manifestation. And I actually prefer to call it creation and creativity because that's exactly what it is, and I'll explain why that is. And another thing that I personally love to do is blend the science with the spirituality because they both back up the truth of manifestation and the fact that it is fully possible and actually that we are always manifesting. We are creators. Even if we take a biblical standpoint, we are created in the image of God. God is the ultimate creator. We are created in his image. Therefore, we are creators. We are called to create. We are always creating through our imagination. And that is the process of manifestation. The potential problem, if you will, is that most of us are manifesting unconsciously, and perhaps we're manifesting things that we don't truly desire because of our thoughts and our feelings and our beliefs and our internal state. So, if you've been following me for a while, you may have heard me say before that our internal world projects our external reality. It creates our external reality. Our external reality, everything around us, is a reflection of what's going on inside of us. Our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, our self-talk, our mindset, our perception of ourselves, our perception of others, our perception of the world around us. It's all being reflected out there. And what's fascinating and kind of wild to think about is there's nothing out there. There's nothing out there. It all exists in here. And when we change what's going on in here, we change what's going on out there. So if you don't like what's going on in your reality, it starts by changing your internal state. And and I find all of this so fascinating. It's everything that I'm learning right now. And one of the ways I really learn is through teaching. So that's why I'm here sharing this with you, and I will continue to create videos around this because I found it personally to be so supportive, and there are practices and techniques to implement to start to shift your internal state so that your external reality begins to shift and mold in the way that you want it to. And I am excited to share more of this with you. So when we look at it from some science actually, and there's a lot of science to back this up, but one example that I'll give you that really resonated for me was you may have heard of or be familiar with Nikola Tesla. He's quite famous, but one of his more notable quotes is he says, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of frequency, energy, and vibration. Everything in this universe is frequency, energy, and vibration. We are frequency, energy, and vibration. We carry a certain frequency, a certain tone, a certain vibration. We are energy. We are energetic beings. And he breaks this down into his model of I3. So frequency equals information, I1, vibration equals interpretation, I2, and energy equals intensity, I3. So we're always receiving information. The information itself is neutral, right? How we interpret it is what gives it meaning. So everything is neutral. How we interpret it is what creates the certain vibration around it, good, bad, right, wrong. And then the energy is how intensely we feel that interpretation of whatever information we're creating a perception on. So, for example, let's say you perceive a song on the radio. So, and I'm gathering this from a book called You Are the Way. Highly recommend reading this book. I'm literally on like my third time reading it. It's so good. And it's based on the teachings of Neville Goddard, who is like the father of manifestation. And this example is offered in the book. So they even say you perceive a song on the radio instead of you hear it, because we literally are perceiving the song on the radio. That's the information. And again, that song is neutral. Now, we perceive it a certain way. We experience thoughts and feelings about the song, whether we like the song or not, right? So let's say the song feels good. So we interpret the song as good, maybe happy, upbeat, energizing, right? And then how long and how intensely our thoughts and feelings and emotions are about the song, that's the intensity. So maybe we hum along the song and we're smiling to the song and we're dancing to the song as it plays. That's the intensity. Now, the same thing happens for quote unquote negative situations as well, or what we perceive as negative information. So, how we perceive information, how we interpret information dictates what we experience in our reality. Okay. So, if, for instance, we want to create a different experience around something, we change the interpretation, we change the perception of it. And as we're creating what it is that we want in our life, that feeling, that interpretation, that perception is the key. Feeling is the key. So our thoughts do matter. So what we're thinking definitely plays a role. And the feeling is even more powerful. So when we feel in a way that perhaps we've accomplished the goal, or we've manifested our desire. This is also known as living in the end, or living in the state of the wish fulfilled. When we're living in that end state that our desire has been fulfilled, what do we feel? When we can start to evoke those feelings even before that desire has manifested into reality, we're more likely to manifest it and create it in our reality. I love this saying, we never receive what we wish for, but what we are. So, again, going back to our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, what we believe about ourselves, what we know and what we are convinced of, our self image, who we are being really determines what we create. So, one of the things that I learned in all of my leadership training is, so often when there's something out there that we want, we think of, doing the thing, doing whatever action to get the thing. Like the thing is out there, I got to do the steps to get the thing. And that's not actually it. First, you get to be the person who has that thing, right? So whether it's $1 million or, a partner, a life partner, first you get to be that person who who has that desire that you want. So who would you be if you were a millionaire? Who would you be if you were a wife? Who would you be if you were, you know, VP of the company you work for? Whatever it is that you want. Who would you be? And you start being that person and feeling how you would feel as that person. So that's all I'm going to share for today. I have a lot more to share with you, which I'm super excited to pass along, because I feel like this information is super empowering, and it does take practice and a shift in the way we think and feel throughout our day. But this will at least get you started to first become aware of your thoughts and your feelings throughout the day, and then get clear on what it is that you want to create, and know that the power is within you to create that by changing your internal state, by changing your state of consciousness, which is your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, your perceptions. And once you start feeling as if you are in the desired state, living in the end, and the wish fulfilled, as you start feeling that and what that would feel like, maybe it's happiness, peace, relief, satisfaction, fulfillment. When you start feeling those feelings more often, more consistently, more frequently, then things on your in your outer reality will start to shift. It doesn't happen immediately, but it will start to shift. So, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Share if this resonates for you. Share if you've heard anything like this before. And share if like you've used any of these techniques to manifest and create things in your life that were aligned with what you wanted, aligned with your purpose. All right. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you soon.